We've been following this controversy that's arisen out of Sydney Sweeney's ad for American Eagle jeans, where she said she has great genes, she's got blue eyes and blonde hair. Of course, the left jumped to their classic insult, which was that she's a Nazi, a white supremacist, blah, blah, blah. Well, the story has developed, and now we love her even more. Turns out Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, and Trump is also super happy.
Sydney Sweeney, she's like a very hot actress right now.
She's a registered Republican?
Yes.
Oh, now I love her ad. Is that right? Is Sydney Sweeney? You'd be surprised at how many people are Republicans. That's what I wouldn't have known, but I'm glad you told me that. If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic. Okay, thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Well, I can't wait to see how the left will react to this one, as if being white with blonde hair and blue eyes wasn't bad enough. She's a Republican!
I mean, could this woman get any better? Honestly. I said last week, we are so back, and you know what? We're even more back now that we know this. You know, she's hot, she's successful, she, doesn't have white guilt. I mean, that's awful. And she's also a Republican. I mean, can you imagine the people in Hollywood melting down now to know that this woman that they have propelled to stardom, who is using everything she has to make a buck, and say, you know what, I don't give a toss. They will not be able to get over what they've done to this woman, which is to give her something that they try to take away most of the time from people who have a right-wing inclination in Hollywood. But, you've got Clint Eastwood was a great man who obviously agrees with us. Today we've got Sydney Sweeney. How good is that?
And it's not that much of a surprise, I don't think, because generally I think the rule of thumb is if Hollywood celebrities don't talk about politics at all, they're probably Republicans, and they just know keep your mouth shut because otherwise you'll be crucified, as she is now being. But it's not hurting her. The American Eagle Jeans website has had 4 billion hits since this controversy erupted. They've garnered $65 million worth of media coverage. This whole controversy, if you were buying ads for the amount of time on TV and in print that's been spoken about, they would have had to spend $65 million for the advertising equivalent. And their brand equity is up $310 million. So they're doing very, very well out of this.
You'd think at some point the left would learn this lesson, because exactly the same thing happened with Donald Trump. If you track the election advertising spends for the Democrats in every election where they faced Donald Trump, 16, 20 and 24, they have outspent the Republicans significantly, right? And despite that, Trump has been elected twice because Trump's media mentions were significantly higher in all of those elections than the Democrats that he faced. He doesn't have to pay for the publicity because simply by existing, he gets the publicity. The left generates that for him by saying how terrible he is. And they've done exactly the same thing for American Eagle.
Yeah.
You know, they're loony enough to think that an ad talking about blue jeans is somehow eugenics and Nazism. And all of a sudden, they get all this free publicity and people are buying American Eagle jeans. They're not buying them because they're Nazis. They're buying them because you twerps happen to put the brand in front of them.
And telling all young American men that if they think Sydney Sweeney is attractive, they're somehow supporting Nazism is one surefire way to ensure that the Republicans continue to win the male youth vote for pretty much the rest of time.